coming on now at 12:45 Pacific. Apparently, you've all been here for 5 minutes. The good news is, I know that if your tenors, like I know, you've already started the party. Good, and tenors, welcome. From what I understand, we've got tenors coming in from all over the world. Shout out where you're coming from, and also all the female tenors who are joining us. Amazing. Oh, look, baby, from Berlin. There's a tenor from Berlin.
Halli, hallo.
Yeah, Fabian Chris. Beautiful. My wife, Laurence Servaz, who is Belgian, lived in Berlin for 4 years. And so that's why we're saying, woo, Berlin. I'm seeing from all over the place. There's Copenhagen, which is nice. Amherst, Massachusetts, beautiful, beautiful there. Oh, also from Kassel, Germany. Oh, we've got a nice German contingent here. From Denver. It's beautiful, tenors. I'm so glad to be with you all here today. What we're going to do is we'll warm up with Laurence, as we always do. She takes through some really fine warm-ups for our voices, for our bodies. And then we'll go through the tenor part. This will be our last tenor sectional, where it's just the tenors. But before I do that, what I want to do is appeal to all of you to do this, to make your video as soon as possible and upload it, your final video. And I'll tell you why. The final videos are due next week, May 22nd, at around this time. It's 12 o'clock noon Pacific time, right? So if you're on the West Coast. The challenge is that so far we've had just about 2,000 videos uploaded, which is amazing, so beautiful. But right now we have 33,000 singers registered, and it's growing every day. These are people that have registered to make a video and then are going to post their videos soon. You can do the math, right? If everybody waits to the last minute, then we're probably going to crash our servers. I'm really worried about this. And the problem with crashing the servers is we can't extend the length of time that we're accepting videos. We can't go for another couple of days. We've got to immediately start making this virtual choir behind the scenes. It's going to be so big and so time consuming. So what that means is if you wait to the last minute and try to upload your video and the servers crash, that's it. There's no way to get the video in otherwise. And you've all worked too hard. I mean, you've all shown up even just here. So you're showing such dedication and attention to detail. And besides, I feel like we're making something truly special and much larger than any of us. You've got to be a part of this. So the way to make sure that you're in is to upload your video well before next Friday, May 22nd. If it were me, I'd finish this sectional, be like, okay, got it. I think I know what Eric wants, feeling good about this. Rehearse it once or twice, and then boom, make the video and upload it. Then it's done and dusted, and you can breathe easily, knowing that now you'll be in Virtual Choir 6. Good, everybody ready to sing? Okay, so as I've done each and every time, I'm asking my wife, Laurence Servaz, who's, as I said before, she's Belgian. She's a spectacular professional soprano, and she's going to lead us tenors through a good 10, 12, 13 minutes of warming up our body and our voices. So without further ado, welcome to the live stream, soprano Laurence Servaz. Yay!
That's yours. I was C major. Hello, tenors. This morning for the basses, some of you probably were there too. Apparently they're called the overachiever tenors. Nothing wrong with that. The sopranos are always known for that. So I was talking this morning, like I always do before we start singing, to just tune in with the body, tune in with the right mindset for performing or studying music. So getting in touch with your body. Before I start singing, I do yoga, or I do neck exercises just to release tension in the muscles in the neck. And also before I referred to Dr. Gupta, who's my laryngologist here in LA. And she made a video on stem hygiene, on how to take care of the voice. That was some Flemish that I popped in right there for you. Ooh. And the video is on Think Tank, so it's on virtualchoir6.com. And then you click on Think Tank, and there's a lot of videos. There's videos about how to warm up the voice, how to warm up for Sing Gently, what a warm voice feels like and sounds like lost in translation today. And so definitely watch the videos in the think tank, and definitely go to Rina Gupta's video about the larynx, the voice. And she actually knows all the names of the muscles in the neck, which I don't. I don't have that diploma, but I have many others. Anyway, so she's talking about how to stretch these neck muscles, these really thick neck muscles. It feels really good when you do it. There's tons of videos on YouTube about how to stretch and take care of neck muscles, and also the shoulders, right? So I always do a few neck rolls before we do this, and just relaxing the shoulders. So before you record your video, if you haven't done yet, do some rolls, just stretch out the body. Just like when you wake up, you go, and you're also feeling your voice. Stimme noch da? Yep, still there. So I also referred to a video earlier on, also in the think tank. It's a video of Grace, the soprano, who sings in the quartet for Sing Gently, and she talks about warming up the voice by humming, just connecting with the voice. It's a thing I also do. So very easily you go, just very innocent, really. And then you can add notes to it. So maybe we can start there. So we do do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. From C to G. I do do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. I learned solfege in my days. Laughing. I can read 7 clefs. No, I could read, not anymore.
Yeah.
I know polyrhythmics. So you just hum this. For tenors it's slower. I don't have that. Relax, do it again. Here on this range, I like to get my tongue in an NG position. NG as in sing, NG, NG. You can open up your mouth if that feels right, or hum, but still do the NG position. I find it easier to open up. Can't tell. Repeat. German word and the Dutch word for yes, so a very positive word. Ja starts on an E vowel, ja. Just to like get the sound focused on an E vowel, which is easier, especially on the low notes, and then opening up to a nice round A vowel. Try that slow for me. You don't need higher notes for sing gently. If you have problems in the beginning getting up so high, you can always work with glissandi. So you go, so for tenors it's here, which is cool for me. And just feel it natural, feel where the sound is. And then go for it. You know, it doesn't take any effort. You also don't have to think about it when you do glissandi. It's just fun. It's like, hello. You don't know how high that is. You don't think about it. So sometimes when you see the notes on the page, you freak out because you're like, ooh, high G, right? I don't know where that sound comes from. Ooh, but from the on an E vowel, because we sing a lot of sing. Oh my God, I have a low D. It's very breathy. Yeah. Put a little U or oo in the E. Don't go for E. It'll sound nasal. So instead of having the mouth too close, just open it up slightly. Go E. Will still sound like an E vowel. You just modify it a little because you sing higher. So you obviously you got to open up your mouth or your instrument, right? So all good. I'm loving my tenor voice. I think I discovered it. I'm gonna sing tenor on Virtual Choir 6. Okay, that was a warm-up, you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, baby. Laurence Servaz, everyone. A tenor. You just double your repertoire, baby. Good. Oh, I see Brazil now here. Oh, guys, I've been watching the comments. How fantastic. And then just I've been sitting here, I'm looking, and we are now at 2,001 videos from 78 countries. So now 2,001 people have uploaded their videos. So far, we've got nearly 33,000 people registered, by the way, from 134 countries. I just can't, how many countries are there? There's maybe 190, 192. So it's staggering, just astonishing to me. So as soon as we're finished with this, gang, go and make your videos and upload it. Good, let's go through the tenor line. I'm not gonna get, in this sectional, I'm not gonna get into the details too much of why I wrote each note. If you go back to the first tenor sectional or the last full choir thing we did, I really do a deep dive into why every note is there. And tenors, just know this, that especially in this piece, I tried to give you as lovingly as possible, just a really fun line so that everything has a little something interesting and different and unique just for tenors. So why don't we sing it through, okay? We'll talk some general stuff, some breathing and all of that good stuff. But singing from right where you go at measure 13. So tenors, one thing that I want you to think about here is that while you're waiting, 8 bars for the sopranos and altos to do their thing, don't think of this as just waiting. Really what you're doing is preparing, because when the basses come in there on beat 1 and 13, and then we fill out the chord, really what happens is that the beginning of the piece is very intimate and almost soloistic, and suddenly in this moment when you enter, it's becomes cinematic. It's like the entire orchestra joins. So it's not just a mezzo piano may, but it's got a kind of a warmth and a depth to it. I want you to be thinking that when you make that first entrance. Then just to remind you, we'll do may our singing music. So a little breath right there after music, right? Music and may it keep. Then down here at the bottom of 3, if you need to take a breath somewhere in here, totally fine. Just sneak out and sneak back in. But if you take it after the word keep or after others, just make sure that you use very little consonants. So for instance, keep others up. Really no P at all, so we don't muddy that up, the consonant P. And then also others are loved. If it were me, I would even leave off the S of others. Other are loved. And while we're at it, let's have no American R's in there. I get this question quite a bit in all the different voice parts, especially because we're singing from all over the world. So instead of others, there's that R, others. Let's not have that. That's that very American R. Let's think more British. Others are loved. Yeah, so none of that, forgive me, Americans, you know what I'm talking about, that kind of ugly R when you sing it. Let's make it much more beautiful. So let's sing, shall we, from measure 13, tenors. Here we go. And sing. Push, pull, 3. And there's just a very gentle FT on loft. And remember this, tenors, that for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, the way I compose the piece, the entire thing is based on this idea of a little lean on beat 1 and then a little pullback on beat 2. So even the sopranos and altos at the beginning, they sing, you hear this, 1, 2, 1, 2. You hear that push, pull, push, pull. So same thing for us here, tenors, when we sing loft. 2, 3, push, pull, oft. Let's sing that one more time. Ready? From 13. And go. 3, and good. Now here comes the part that I'm calling the hook, like a hook in a pop song. For me, this is the most important part of the piece, not only in terms of the music, but the text. Here's what we're trying to say to the audiences. Sing gently always, right? Tenors, what you've got here is you kind of slip in here in measure 23 on beat 3. So what you want to do is start soft. 1, 2. So you start soft on 3 and then push, pull there on beats 1 and 2 of 24. Then in terms of breath going on, 1, totally fine, tenors, if you need to take a breath there between sing as 1. So you've got a nice tank of air to take us all the way to the downbeat of 29 for your cutoff there. Let's sing there, ready? So here's 21. And sopranos and altos, 1, 2, 3. And boom. So the end goes of 1 goes right on 1. Let it go right on the downbeat of 29. Excellent. Tenors, you sound fantastic. Okay, so going on now, let's just look at the breaths. May we stand together. Breath. Always. And the S of always goes right on the downbeat of 33. Then, may our voice be strong. May. So you'll take a quick breath there at the end of 34, 35, 36, right between strong and may. So that we've got a nice full tank of air so that we can sing. May we hear the singing. And so breath there between singing and may. So you're probably going to need a breath somewhere in there, and may we always sing along. Just like before, try if you sneak out to take a breath, come back in and be very aware of those consonants. If I were going to sneak out anywhere, it wouldn't be between always sing along. There's just too many S's in there. It's going to make a big mess. So you might even consider always sing along. One of the beautiful things about this stagger breathing that we'll do, where we're breaking up the breathing amongst thousands of you tenors, is that it'll cover those little breaths up nicely, just as long as we don't hear a lot of S's and T's and K's and all that good stuff in there. Good. So let's sing, shall we, from, let's go right in measure 29, tenors. May we stand. Ready and go. Breath to the down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, breath. Good. That's a long line, I know it is, but it's designed for you to soften at the end of it. So actually, you should be able to just spin that with a nice breath, somewhere around we or always sing along. All right, now here we go. My favorite part for tenors. This is measure 45. And tenors, what I love about this is, you know how we start the piece just with the piano, right? So for me, these are these broken shards of pottery. And each time that third is the glue that holds everything together. So now here that we're here, tenors, you see the basses, sopranos and altos all sing 1, 2, off, and then they sing. You become the glue on beat 2. So you're the pull of the push-pull just on your own, so that we get everybody else singing tenors, right? And then your part, it's a nice line. I think of all the lines in the piece, this one might be my favorite. If I were singing in a choir, doing this piece, I'm a bass. You can probably hear by my voice, but this is the kind of tenor line that I would jump up and sing with the tenors and hope nobody noticed. It's way more fun than the bass part. Okay, so here we go, tenors. Let's go right on it. And one. One, two, one breath, then we're off. Okay, so remember we were talking about that little push-pull motive, right? So in 45 and 46, you're just the pull because you're on beat 2 tenors. Then in 47, gently, so push, pull. So you're gonna wanna lean across that bar line, a little bit of crescendo so that you can do 1, 2, 3. And for me, tenors, this is the best because you get to sing. You're here on always, and then the sopranos and altos coming above you. So you sing 1, 2, 3, and they go, and then you move. Oh man, that's fun. So you get all of that. That one, and then, oh, it would be fun. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this one more time, and then tenors, let's sing all the way to the end once. You ready? Here we go on sing. So 1, sing, sing, gently always, sing, sing, 1, 2, 1, 2, sing. Breath here is fine. Gently as and then close to the end, somewhere around beat 1 of the last measure. But mostly you just want to do it slowly. 1. Tenor, something to think about on 1 is that instead of thinking the wah, that schwa sound in there, that's actually not what we're going to go for here. Think more the beginning of that vowel, wah. It's really more of an ah vowel. So especially when you sing the then you can make the rest of the 1 as you close. But that just lets you open up and soar as you go up to that F sharp. Also, take a look what the altos are doing there, right? So you sing and they move to this G. So it's not only that you're going up there, but be aware that when this is all put together, you get that great moment with the altos. So you can lean even further into that. This is the kind of moment, again, if we were all singing in the same room, would be so much fun. I think even though I have no business singing those notes up there, I would probably jump to the tenor line in this section too. Good, ready tenors? Let's do that one last time if we can. From 45, and 1, sing, go, sing. 1, sing. Sing gently as one. Good, tenors. Yeah, that's it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes, somebody wrote, so stagger breathing, exactly stagger breathing. That's what we're looking for. And somebody also was asking, measure 52, breathe after 1. Yes, absolutely. See the comma there? That's designed for any of you who have sung other pieces of mine. You know, I usually write 15-part splits and I make these impossibly long lines that are designed to be stagger breathed. But in most cases here, I tried to make them so they were relatively easy phrases to sing. So you don't have to take a breath, but you absolutely can. 51 to 52. Just so you've got a nice tank of air to take you up over the top there. Good, good, good. Okay. Shall we try singing now with the conductor track? And here I'll show you what it's going to be. In just a moment, I'll take myself out of this, my video, so that you can see all of this. But you can see here that there's the conductor track is there, but we've also put the score there, just the tenor line. So tenors, you can find this on the Eric Whitaker's virtual choir YouTube page. And you can practice along this way if it helps you as well, so that you don't have to be dealing with the score and the conductor track. You can just see both of them right there. So shall we try singing through this? All right, here we go again.
May we sing together.
Yeah, tenors. I'm guessing some of you are out there doing this, right? I would be doing this. I'd be sitting at home and singing along. I imagine if you're anything like me, you can hear when I'm singing. I just don't have a great voice, certainly not like Laurence does. And I think it's fine for choir singing my voices, which is why I love choirs and why I love singing it, but I would never think of myself as a soloist. And so the thing is, when you're there at home and you're singing through these lines or you're working on this stuff, boy, sometimes hearing your voice, it's it's not easy, right? Just hearing that's what I sound like naked, and then even worse, singing and then like committing this to video and then uploading it to someone. Please know that on the other end here, when we get all of these videos in, that almost immediately your video starts getting paired with other videos. So we rarely hear somebody just completely on their own. And immediately, it's just the most incredible thing. You take a couple of videos and already it starts to sound like a tenor section. It's quite beautiful. So as you're making your video, besides all the breathing things that we talked about and the attention to text and singing from the heart, remind yourself that even as you're singing in a blended way, that eventually you'll be blended. So keep that in your sound. There's no need to be soloistic or to prove anything to anybody. Just a beautiful, clear, clean tone. And I think we're going to be in great shape. Yeah, I see somebody asking, can lady tenors sing the alto part in measures 5 to 12, or would that throw everything off? Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that'd be just fine if you want to do that, lady tenors. I totally understand why. So tenors, I think that's it for today. I think we're in good shape. I'll do one more full choir sectional. I'll do altos and sopranos tomorrow, sectionals. But then we do a full choir rehearsal. It's on the schedule. I think it's this weekend. But then that's it, right? That's it for the rehearsals. And as I said at the beginning, I would encourage you to go and make your video as soon as possible. Make sure that your video gets included, that we don't crash the servers. And that's it. I'm humbled and honored by all of you being a part of this and joining me and Laurence here in our little home. I think we're making something truly special. I mean, really something nice. I don't know if you can feel it just in the numbers and the community. It's just nice. It really gives me such a warm feeling then when I think about people and the way people interact with each other and this fundamental human goodness that we all have. And tenors, it's just fun to spend time with you. Like I said, I showed up a little bit late and I could already tell the tenor party had started. Thank you, tenors. And Laurence, thank you so much. Beautiful job.